Merry meet and welcome to Lux Dragon Queen Magic. I'm Taylor, and today we're going to be taking a look into the year ahead, what is going to be majorly influencing you, as well as which guides are going to be surrounding you and supporting your alignment, and overall, like, who's just influencing you this year. So we have 3 piles as usual. Go ahead and pause the video, and I will see you at the timestamps below. Thank you again for being here, and talk to you soon. All right, welcome pile 1. Let's go ahead and get started with a tarot just representing your overall year. And so we have the 7 of Cups. So right away, what's coming out to me is you're going to have a lot of choices and decisions to be making. In this coming year, there are going to be some decisions that ultimately aren't for you, or choices that aren't for you, and that just comes with the territory of the 7 of Cups. So with the 7 of Cups, I'm seeing that you will get quite a few offers, and there's a little bit of having to deal with FOMO, or like the feeling of being left out. I'm sorry, that's not the correct acronym, but that's the feeling. And so anyways, the point is, some of those choices are going to lead you towards your truest path, but it may feel like you're missing out on something, but that's not true. Spirit is here to tell you that whatever is meant for you will always be with you and come on your path. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look into our what Pegasus is going to be your guide. Okay, so we have the golden spirit of Pegasus. So this really resonates with the solar plexus chakra. So right now I'm hearing that this is going to be a lot of doing in your year. So very much a lot of movement. I'm seeing the Chariot too, and a very warrior attitude. So I hear that you're taking on something new and exciting in this coming year. So you may be moving to a new place, you may be taking on a new career, or you may just be maybe making an addition to the family in some shape or manner. So, or you may be doing a combination of those things. So with that being said, in the coming year, the golden spirit of Pegasus is going to always be surrounding you and really just reminding you that you can do it all, and just supporting you in your bravery. So whenever you have this Pegasus, this golden energy around you, you are going to be embraced with a brave, with just courage and just the strength and willpower to move forward in the direction that you need to. Okay, and then what moon is going to be most prominent for you? Oh, well, a new start is coming. So like I said, it seems like you're going to be starting quite a few new things. The fact that we have the new moon coming out versus just a new moon in one of the signs tells me that every month is going to be something big for you. So if you take this if this resonates with you, but if you follow the moon cycle, the new moons are always a great time to set intentions and really make a plan moving forward. So this is also maybe a herald that you can take the timing of the new moon to set good intentions for your path, and that's really going to help support you overall during the month. So every time something feels chaotic, kind of just plan around the new moon to just check in with yourself, check in with what's going on. Like I'm hearing you may not have like a good journaling practice or a good just like pausing practice. So this is like, at least do it on a monthly basis, if not ever. So yes, every new moon is going to be very important for you. Okay. All right. And so next, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be the most prominent in your love life. Oh, we have the divine feminine. So this is telling me so much. So this really can go, this could be a representation of the femininity within yourself, or this could be meaning that you're going to be connecting with a divine feminine energy externally. So however this resonates with you, ultimately this is telling me that throughout this year you're going to be really embracing a motherly, loving, supportive spirit. And I'm actually hearing it's probably going to be very like internal and external. As you seek out the divine feminine in the external, it's going to encourage you to bring it out in your internal. Okay, so very good. And then we do have a tarot just helping clarify a little bit more around what you're going to be seeing with your love life. And we have the Emperor coming out, which is so fantastic because this is the divine masculine. So this is the other counterpart. So this really is showing me that you're going to be finding just your truest balance and your truest partnership within yourself, and hopefully externally as well. This is a whole year, so take this as you resonate, but there is just something that really speaks to me around the fact of, that speaks to me around the fact of finding a soulmate within yourself and choosing to be your partner in life. So I'm also hearing for some that this will be a great year where it's interesting. It's like this is going to be for just a few who resonate with this. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you may have been in a separation or in a rough patch with your twin flame or divine partnership, and you've really been feeling that over these last few months. And this is telling me that in this year coming out, there's going to be a lot more balance in your relationship because you're finding the balance within yourself. And that this is a spirit coming through. Yeah, spirit is stating that your truest partnership is going to be coming through. So however you need to feel supported, that is going to happen within this next year. So you are going to develop a true partner in your life who can grow with you and build an empire. Okay. Sorry, that was a little convoluted. That's just going to be for a few, and this can be seen later on. So take that as you will. Let's go ahead and take a look into our affirmation. So this is going to be an affirmation card to help keep your heart as light as a feather. And so we have, I honor animals with reverence. So within this, I'm hearing that you may really be a humanitarian or work with conservation, and that this is going to be very big for you in this coming year, is just how you support with this. I'm also hearing just connecting with your household pets, and just, I mean, it is true what they say about like treating your pets can help train you for being a parent. And so I see that you're kind of recognizing habits and behaviors within yourself that you're like, why, like I should treat even an animal better. And so I'm just seeing some really vast improvements in any home relationships with the animals that you may have. I know that may sound weird, but for example, I have come a long way with one of my kittens, and we have so much patience, and we're still going a long way. But we're gonna get there, you know? Anyways, so yeah, I'm sorry. The most forward, like, this ultimately is just coming to me. Like, that's kind of more of a side note. It more is coming to me that you're really going to want to work with animals in a humanitarian way. So if that message doesn't resonate with you, you can leave it here. If it does, I encourage you to take the affirmation, I honor animals with reverence, and place it somewhere, or just remind yourself to say it every once in a while, maybe on the new moon. And let's go ahead and just leave that there. Okay, and so finally, it is so interesting that you have the Divine Feminine come out. One of the decks that we're working with today is actually the Divine Feminine Oracle, and so this is for everyone, because as I mentioned, everyone has the Divine Feminine within them, and so this is just who is asking you to recognize them more within your life this year, as well as to encourage your own Divine Feminine energy in becoming more balanced. And so, and I apologize if I mispronounce anything, we have Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. All right. So, very important. So I encourage you to do your own research and look up the story of this goddess so that you can delve more deeper into how her story can connect into maybe how your year is going to be shaped, because you are going to be very heavily influenced by the thinking of this goddess. And so with that, we do have the affirmation, or you may use it as a meditation. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. And so this really tells me that with all these decisions that are moving forward, you are feeling, I'm getting very Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles energy together. So you're just feeling very much within your element, within your comfort, and a move maker. Is that the saying? A mover and shaker? Well, whatever that saying may be. Ultimately, this is just, I'm feeling so good about your year. You are going to be, so much change is going to be happening, but ultimately, this is a spirit coming through stating that you are going to be in abundance. So if there are any times when maybe the wheel turns a little bit down and you're not really sure about your next steps, just understand that you do have abundance surrounding you, and that wealth is an inside job, so it comes from within. And then we've really talked a lot about how a lot of your energy, from internal energy, is going to be balancing itself and working itself out. So I just see beautiful things for you this coming year. I do see that is there are going to be some upsets, but that is just something that comes with the territory, and this is spirit saying that you're going to be able to navigate these choices so well. Again, remember, you have the golden spirit of the Pegasus. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for being here. And please like and subscribe if this resonated with you. And please comment below if you had any suggestions or if anything really stood out. I definitely appreciate any feedback. Thank you again for being here, and blessed be. All right, hello pile 2, and welcome to your year ahead reading. So let's go ahead and get started with some tarot just to show us what is overall influencing you. And so we have a major arcana 8, strength, coming out. So this is a very powerful card to come out. I personally love to look at the number 8 as also the infinity symbol, and so it really kind of just shows how infinite your strength can be. And I'm hearing that throughout this year you're going to be a strength not only to yourself but to others, and you may also physically change as well. I'm hearing you're in appearance, so like, you know, going to the gym more, or just maybe you're stressing less and building your strength in that way, and you know, things just are going to be building for you. Okay. I am also hearing that there will be times, as I mentioned, that you'll need to be the strength for others. And just this is a reminder that you are strong. Okay. And still have firm boundaries, because that is very important. But you can be that strength for those in need when you need to. Yeah, it's just very simple, or very straightforward in that one. And so with that, let's go ahead and take a look at which Pegasus is going to be protecting and guiding you during this year. Oh my goodness, I should have just called it out. That would have been so crazy. Anyways, so this is the Orange Pegasus of Healing. So the reason why I'm like so amazed that this is coming out is because with strength, a lot of it comes, there's a lot of strength and kindness as well. And so the fact that you're having the Orange Pegasus of Healing coming out, and this is going to be the main support for your year, tells me that you're going to be healing yourself so much that it's going to be an inspiration to others, to where you're able to support their healing. So, and that's how you're able to, that's how you're able to take care of yourself while also being the stronghold for others. So just keep that in mind, that this is kind of a dual purpose situation, in that, in the sense of taking it easy and taking care of yourself, you're also able to be strong for those who need you. Okay. I'm hearing that maybe you have a tendency to overwork yourself and not take time or take breaks. So this definitely is going to be a year that you take breaks more often. We're going to pull our moon card to see what moon is going to be the most important for you. And so we have fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So I also want to point out real quick, you're very orange centered. Oh, this is also the Orange Pegasus of Healing is also associated with the sacral chakra. So definitely pay a little bit more attention to that this coming year. And it's going to be asking you to flow a lot more in certain situations, and to be easy. Okay, so with that, so the moon that's going to be most important for you is going to be the full moon in Aries. So a fiery climax approaches. one, definitely go ahead and make sure to look at when the full moon in Aries is going to be happening for you and see if that's going to be a prominent time. Maybe just mark it on your calendar, set a month ahead reminder just to see where you are at. But also, so what this is telling me though is there is going to be, this is interesting. So I'm getting two different. There's like a fight within a family is one, and where you are essentially not the mediator, but it's almost like someone in your family has been causing a lot of drama, and like gossiping has been happening, a lot of perhaps betrayal and backstabbing, and you've kind of really stayed out of it. But ultimately what's going to end up happening around this is something's going to be said that draws you in, and you're going to be required to come in and become the strength. So this is a reminder though that you are also being supported by healing, and that there's strength and kindness. So a fiery climax doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in an all-out brawl. It could just mean that you are finally speaking up for your men. The other thing that's coming through to me is for career. So almost, I want to say like a big event, like event, but it feels like it's a virtual event. So, or a presentation or a launch of some kind. Yeah, launch sounds right. Yeah, like I'm hearing like app launch party. So if you're a techie, but so when you're really working very hard, moving towards it, right around when you're in this full moon in Aries, I'm seeing that, I mean, you're going to be there, you're going to be releasing, oh wow, sorry, I just heard you're going to be essentially like releasing a very creative project of your soul, and it's going to be so exciting and just so important to you in general, just like because it is and it can be. So yeah, very exciting. Definitely look up this. All right, and so next, let's go ahead and take a look at love. Sorry. Anyways, so for your love card, we have love coming out. So right away, this is just the essence, like in every way. And the fact that you came out with the strength and the healing card, like this really is showing me that you're inviting more love, not only into your heart, but into your life. And that means into the hearts of those around you. And you are just becoming essentially this bright energy center of love. How exciting. Ugh. Sorry, it's so like it just all connects together. Like this is just your essence. You're just like being you, and this fiery climax is like you showing the world. So exciting. Anyways, so I do have a tarot to help clarify a little bit more in regards to your love. Sorry about that. And so we have another major arcana for you, the moon. Okay, so all right, I'm hearing, especially in the sense that like with love for you, like you're going to have love in your life, is just without a doubt, because you're going to have it for so much for yourself that it's going to fill up your cup to where you could fill up 9 others in order to make a 10 of cups complete. So, and that comes all from within it, you, and if you have a connection to faith in any way, I would also put that in there. But just remember that it does come from you. And so anyways, with that, the reason why I'm saying that is because with this moon card coming up, ultimately what I'm seeing is that your relationships are going to ask for a little bit of balance. Like not everyone's going to understand you and the way that you feel. And ultimately it's going to, so it may confuse you sometimes, but it's also going to confuse them. So this is just kind of a reminder coming in saying, hey, not all is always what it seems. I'm hearing this, but it also just may be me thinking about communication is so key to any relationship. So just any time that you're doubting, just go ahead and reach out and ask them like, hey, I was kind of getting this sense, are you okay? And just check base with everyone. And because there's going to be light sides and dark sides of your own emotions and your own feelings. And so just kind of tuning in and checking in with that is going to be so important with you. So again, you're going to have love for yourself. Communication is important for any relationship, including the one for yourself. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and put that there. And then this next one, we have an affirmation card in order to support keeping your heart as light as a feather. Oh man, I am forgiving. So definitely those who are working with maybe a dramatic family member, this is your superpower, right? You are forgiving. I'm also hearing, oh wow, for this actually is going to relate to everyone. I'm also hearing that it is truly your superpower, and you are learning how to forgive yourself so thoroughly, because every wrong that has happened to you, ultimately, it is, if you haven't forgiven it, it's only hurting you at this point. And this is Spirit coming in saying, you can let this go. You can give it over to Spirit. They will find the justice for you. And you are able to just forgive yourself for being in that situation. That's the best way I can put it. That's I'm still on my own forgiveness journey for some things, and so I definitely encourage you to just kind of explore this and explore I am forgiving in its totality. So not just for others, but also for yourself. Okay, with that being said, I'm also hearing that you should make this a mirror affirmation, because that's going to support your healing. Oh, sorry. Your healing in so many ways. And it's just going to make it subconscious. Yes. Okay. All right. And then for this next one, we're going to go ahead and pull from the Divine Energy Oracle, because just current state of world, we want to kind of encourage the divine feminine coming out in not only yourselves but in the external. So this is going to be who's looking over you during this year and who's going to be really influencing you. And I apologize for any mispronunciations. All right, we have Saradal Devi, the Divine Mother. Wow. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Wow. You guys, you cannot tell me that these do not go 100% together, okay? Anyway, so again, this is love is your essence. It is just within you. Unconditional love exists within me. Like it's right there. And then I am forgiving. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Right there. Like how literally divine. You are becoming divine. You are becoming a representation of the divine feminine, of the divine mother, who just exists to love. I mean, I personally believe that we all exist to love and to be loved. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. You can choose however you believe. I also really would recommend going ahead and looking up the story for her and seeing just how her story can influence your own, because the way that she thinks and the way that she lived her life is going to really influence you during this coming year. I am so excited for you. You are so loving. You have no idea how much that is needed. And I'm hearing your family needs it. And again, though, I'm hearing to make sure to maintain your own boundaries and take care of yourself. Okay? Okay. So exciting. Well, thank you for being here, pile 2. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment below if you have any suggestions or if just anything stood out for you. I'm very excited for the year coming ahead, and just thank you again for being here. Blessed be. Hello, pile 3. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and get started with your year ahead. We have first a tarot to just show us what is majorly influencing you. And so we have the 7 of Pentacles coming out. So right away, you know, I'm hearing busy bee, which I normally don't hear for this card. So I'm hearing that you have been a very busy bee, and that this coming year is really going to be a great year of you celebrating your successes and taking your harvest. So you may have been recently promoted, or it's going to happen very quickly, and you're really going to be able to enjoy the perks and benefits of that situation. If you just started a new business, it's going to, everything that you've been working on, like look at where we're at. And like they say, as you start off small, you still work hard at it every day, and then eventually it's going to pay off. So I'm really seeing that this is, for whatever your situation is, it's going to be working out. Oh, I'm also hearing, like maybe you support your family mostly. I'm hearing that you're really going to see that kind of like turnaround, like if you've really done a lot of like maybe self-sacrificing, which we encourage self-care. So just keep that in mind. But if you've been doing that, you're going to start seeing some results within your relationships and things become easier. So that is ultimately the thing I'm saying is all of your hard work is paying off. All of the things that you have worked so hard on to develop within yourself, within those around you, you're going to start noticing in this coming year. And I'm hearing it's just going to be a lot of good, fun time for you, honestly. So if you are not going to multiple parties this year, I would be shocked. Like, I would be shocked if you are not all of a sudden getting invitations or just recognizing invitations. Sometimes you maybe never noticed. You're like, you know what? I am going to go to Bunko night. That's going to be so much fun. Or maybe you're like, I do want a book club this year. It's something I've always wanted to do. So those are just some random little things others outside of the actual, like, there's parties happening that people are throwing. I don't know any, but you might. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look into what Pegasus is going to be supporting and guiding you the most during this coming year. And so we have the Pegasus and the Black Diamond. So yes, this is really coming in hard for our self-sacrificers right now. For those who really have dedicated time and time again their energies to something that maybe hasn't really benefited them, that within, I'm hearing that this last year you kind of really turned away from that and put your energy into something that does benefit you. And this is Spirit coming through saying that all those things that you've gone through, that you've learned, like the trouble that you've had to learn through and find those silver linings, like that is what's making you beautiful. And I don't mean just like external, I mean like internally. You're really coming forward and just shining bright, I'm hearing. So yeah, again, you're finding the fun. So you're taking an easier, like things are becoming easier because you have, like, things have formed. You've built your foundations, I'm hearing. This is like, I'm hearing you may not have built your like external foundations. I'm hearing your internal foundations though are so solid, and that you're really going to start seeing the rarity of your personality and just how much you benefit those around you. So definitely take that as you will. And we'll go ahead and set that there. So let's take a look into what moon is going to be most prominent for you this coming year. Okay, so we have new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So definitely look up when the new moon in Aquarius is. I would set a month ahead reminder to just check in where you're at in your life and kind of seeing what's resonating within you, especially since this is a very good advice card. So bring love into the situation. So interesting. Okay, so for this, I'm ultimately hearing it because I feel like you have love for yourself, and now it's time to like bring love for someone else who maybe has hurt you. Take that as you will. It is like, we be safe and maintain your boundaries as you see fit. But ultimately, if you are struggling in the heart on something and almost like it kind of keeps coming up and you're not really sure how to resolve a situation, just how can you love yourself more in the situation? Because that's going to help point you in the right direction. So like, does loving yourself more mean reaching out to that connection and talking it out? Or does loving yourself more mean writing a letter to yourself about what you learned and why you went through this situation? So yes, I'm just seeing self-reflect first into how to bring love for yourself. This is so complicated. I think you just have a lot of emotions is what's happening. So you're probably going to just be feeling a lot. Yeah, that's definitely it. I also feel a lot of emotions. Because the new moon is a great time to set intentions. So when this time comes around, I would encourage you to set an intention around self-care or bringing love. I mean, maybe you might have a relationship that has suffered, especially, and this is from personal experience, especially if you place a victim mentality on yourself. Sometimes you don't take the needed 50 partnership that you need to in a relationship because you think they need to come to you more. And so this might be one of those situations too, is what I'm sensing. You know, I think this pile just goes to a lot of different situations and people. Sorry. So this is unfortunately getting a little bit more general, but there is ultimately the message that does keep coming through is find a way to love yourself first. And if loving yourself means also bringing in another, then that's fantastic. Yeah, fill up your cup first. Okay. Whew. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and just take a look into what love is going to be happening. Oh, wow. So we have forgiveness. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. So this really has been kind of a theme in this pile, is like that you're internally really making a lot more room for grace within yourself, and that this is kind of okay, so ultimately, because this is your overall love theme, right, is forgiveness. So I'm hearing that you have been hurt, and there has been a lot of negative self-talk, and that this is ultimately what you're working through. So you're going to notice this coming year, the way that you talk to yourself is going to change, and therefore it's going to change the way that you talk in general. Yeah. All right, so I do have a tarot to help clarify this more for us, actually. Oops, sorry. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so, wow, yeah. First, honestly, this is so, I mean, it is a sword. So straightforward to the point that you're going to have you're going to get clarity in regards to forgiving yourself into a certain situation. So it's like an idea is going to come through a perspective. There we go. That was the word I was trying to find. You're going to have new perspective enter your consciousness, and that's going to support you in forgiveness. So I'm hearing definitely be patient. So yeah, you've been this busy bee. Your hard work is definitely going to pay off. That is what this year is all about, is your hard work paying off and you having fun. Let's not forget that. This Seven of Pentacles is more so what your year is about. This Pegasus is what has been guiding you, saying, hey, you're super rare and bright, and you have gone through a lot of stuff because you're meant to be fantastic. Just remember to love yourself and those around you. And that is ultimately how your forgiveness is. Your heart has gone through so much that you are learning to forgive. Oh, wow. Okay. You're learning to forgive like humanity. Quite the tall order. If you ask me. Anyways. And so this is coming in. So you're going to be introduced to new perspectives. So multiple new perspectives are going to come in. This is a year-round thing. Okay. Or a year-long thing. So this is just fantastic. You're really opening yourself up, and you're just beautiful. That is just what keeps coming across to me so much. So please know that. Okay. So now, this next one is going to be for an affirmation in order to help keep your heart as light as a feather. And so, wow. Oh my goodness, guys. I invoke laughter. What did I say? You are having fun this year. And also, okay, so I'm also hearing, some of you may really like resonate with like when people this really might be a part of your journey in this coming year. Okay. And so with that being said, I definitely would just encourage you to find the fun in every moment. All right. And so we do have our next one. This is a divine femme energy to really just support where the world is at currently, bringing out the divine energy within ourselves and external more thoroughly. And so we have, and I apologize if I mispronounce this, the kinky is who's going to be watching over you. We have the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. So listen, you are enlightened is what I'm hearing. Also, definitely look up her story, because the way she's lived her life, what she's experienced may really resonate with you or support you in how to live this year coming forward. Okay. Wow. So yeah, so you are enlightened, and you know with your gut and your intuition what's best for you and how to move forward. So this is meant to be easy life for you right now coming up, and you are forgiving yourself. That's why these new perspectives are coming in, because you are becoming enlightened and you're trusting yourself. So I'm hearing you probably have trusted the wrong people, and that's really hurt you. This is you coming back to yourself. Wow. So fantastic. Pile 3, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment below any feedback or any suggestions that you may have. And I just hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.